Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that might surprise you. Why hasn't the U.S. slammed Russia with major tariffs like it has with China? You'd think with all the tension between the two countries, tariffs would be the obvious move, right? But nope. And the reasons why are more complicated than you might think. Let's break it down. First, a quick refresher. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods. They're usually used to protect domestic industries or to punish bad behavior, politically or economically. We've seen the U.S. use tariffs aggressively with China during the trade war. Billions of dollars worth of goods were hit, so why not do the same with Russia? Especially after the invasion of Ukraine, the sanctions, and the growing divide. Here's the thing. The U.S. and Russia don't really trade that much. In 2021, before the Ukraine war, Russian exports to the U.S. were only about $30 billion, mostly oil, metals, and fertilizers. Compare that to over $600 billion in trade with China. Slapping tariffs on Russian goods wouldn't hurt Russia all that much, and it wouldn't really protect any major American industries either. On top of that, a lot of Russian goods are already restricted through sanctions, and that's a key difference. Sanctions and tariffs aren't the same. Sanctions freeze assets, block access to banking systems, and target specific individuals or industries. They're more precise. Tariffs are broad taxes that affect entire categories of goods. And then there's energy. Russia is one of the world's largest suppliers of oil, gas, and even uranium. While the U.S. has banned imports of Russian oil, Russia still plays a huge role in global energy markets, especially in Europe. Too much pressure too fast and energy prices could spike around the world, including right here at home. No government wants to deal with $7 gas again. Separate doesn't buy much Russian fuel anymore. The market impact still hits us. That's why the U.S. has focused on sanctions instead of tariffs. It's a smarter move in this case. Sanctions hit the Russian economy directly, from its banking system to its ability to import tech and parts. Oligarchs, companies, even the Russian central bank have been targeted. Tariffs wouldn't have nearly the same impact. There's also a strategic calculation here. Tariffs are public and long-term. Once they're in place, they're hard to walk back without looking weak. Sanctions, on the other hand, can be dialed up or down, giving U.S. policymakers more flexibility to adapt. Plus, Russia's economy isn't nearly as intertwined with the global supply chain as China's. That makes it harder to use trade-based pressure like tariffs as leverage. So to sum it up, the U.S. doesn't trade much with Russia. Tariffs wouldn't do much damage. Sanctions are more effective, and energy markets are just too sensitive to mess with. That's why the U.S. won't touch Russia with tariffs. At least, not in a major way. It's all about using the right tools for the right pressure. If you found this breakdown helpful, drop a like, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments, should the U.S. start using tariffs against Russia, or stick with sanctions? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.